for a sign.
Hello there, travel lovers. Hi. So we're saying hello to you from BGC area here in Manila in the Philippines, and today's video is more of a chilled out video, more of a chatty video. We basically want to get really raw and real with you and tell you what we do for living, how we earn our income for our travels, and what is our day-to-day life look like basically. So we've noticed that we gained so many new subscribers and new followers on Instagram, and some of you may not even know anything about us. So that's what we're basically here to tell you what we do, who we are, and how we earn our money for our travels. We're in this little park having some 7-Eleven lunch. I've actually had really good chicken with rice and gravy.
Yeah. It's like $1 or something,
yeah,
and we love to eat that cheaply, especially during the week, because most weekends we spend an absolute fortune traveling, you know, on plane tickets or hotels and just all sorts. So during the week we always have a very, very cheap minimalist lifestyle,
exactly,
which consists of 7-Eleven lunches and Red Horse on this little grassy knoll.
So some of you who's been watching our videos for a while may be wondering, what do we do here in BGC? As we did say in our previous videos, that we do prefer Makati to BGC, but me and Misha actually had a conversation the other day and we realized that we've been living in Makati for over a month, and we already know every single vendor, every single person that goes by the certain shop, every single 7-Eleven, every single corner, every single hotel there.
Prostitute,
yeah. So we basically decided to change up the scenery, and we found this really nice hotel, which is just a bit outside of BGC, but still very close to it, and it's costing us £10 a night.
Fast Wi-Fi,
fast internet, really modern, hot shower. It has the window, guys, but it doesn't have a desk, which of course doesn't help for me.
no, that's the only thing I would say.
That is the only downside, yeah.
Waiting for a sign. Waiting for a sign.
Okay guys, so after we just walked for half an hour around the BGC area, we think that we found a place where we can get some work done. We've got some admin to do, and this place is actually called the Blockchain Center. It's actually a newly open place here in BGC. They only open like the 1st of April or something like that. Really cool. It's basically like a co-working space slash cafe. Lots of businesses come here, lots of startups, lots of entrepreneurs. And yeah, the internet speed here is over 50 megabytes per second, which is exactly what we need. Ordered my coffee. What did you order, Misha?
I ordered a pineapple shake. You have to try it.
Oh my god, really? Okay.
It's like pina colada.
Really? Wow. I really like this metal straw.
Yeah, it's good to see that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really good to see.
Let's see what it tastes like. Oh my god, you're right, it does taste like pina colada, but just without any alcohol, without any Malibu. Okay guys, so I know that we've had quite a few new followers since we arrived to the Philippines, so just wanted to introduce ourselves to you guys, just in case this is your first time watching this video, or if you have seen some of our videos but you're not too sure where we come from and what we do. So my name is Justyna and I'm currently 26 years old. Some of you said that I come from Britain, but in fact that's not true. I am from Lithuania. It's a very small country in Eastern Europe. We currently have about 2.5 million people living in my country. So, but being age of 16, I moved to United Kingdom and I basically studied in college travel and tourism. And then after that, I just went into customer service industry, and that's exactly what I've been doing for like a good 5 years, I want to say. So when it comes to work, I feel like I've always worked in customer service industry. I remember when I was 17, I got my first job at KFC. I was working there as a team member, then I got promoted to be a team leader. After I graduated from college, I actually studied travel and tourism. I worked in travel industry, and then from there I moved to insurance side, and I was working in call centers dealing with insurance policies. So I feel like I was always talking to people, facing the clients, just being one of those sociable butterflies. And what I do right now is quite similar to what I used to do. I basically teach English online. And yes, English is not my native language. I've only started learning English when I was 12, but I've always had passion for English. So when me and Misha finally decided to do digital nomad stuff, for me it was no brainer to say that I can actually be chatting to people from all around the world and hopefully help them to learn English, even though English is not my native language. So I went to this website called highoffer.com. I registered, created a profile, I filmed a little video about myself, what I'm good at, and I basically got a Skype message like within 3 days time saying that they're quite interested in me and they'd like to have an interview. And that was actually one of the companies in China asking me to teach English to Chinese students. And you know what? I said yes to them, and that's exactly what I do now. I work for a company in China, they're called Super Kids, and I basically work from Tuesday to Friday from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. in the evening, and that is probably my biggest source of income, is from teaching Chinese kids. And another platform that I teach from is called italki. It's basically italki.com. I'm sure some of you heard about it, and the good thing about italki is that whatever language you speak as your native language, you can actually help others to learn the language too. So I could be teaching Lithuanian, but I chose to teach English. But I do have some friends that actually teach Lithuanian. I also have a friend from Russia, she teaches Russian, and it's amazing. I do get quite a few students. I'm only there on Wednesdays and Fridays. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You can basically be so flexible, you can create your own schedule. If you don't want to teach on Friday, that's fine, you don't have to do that. And not only that, you can actually set your own wage. So I remember when I just registered, that was like over a year ago now. I've started with $12 an hour, and then I worked my way up, and now I'm charging $14 an hour. So if I wanted to, I could be charging $20 an hour, but of course with that, you'll probably get less students. So I think I'm quite different to Misha, because Misha is very creative, she has very good photography, editing skills, whereas me on the other side, I'm just more of a chatty person that can have a conversation with anyone, try to find a common interest. So I think that is my strongest suit. It's like talking to people about anything. And I've also wanted to mention, guys, that you don't have to have a university degree to work online. I never even went to university. To be honest with you, I haven't even finished my school in Lithuania as I moved to United Kingdom, but then I did my college degree there, so I don't know if it's the same thing. But what I'm just trying to say is that you can do anything you want if you just put a lot of hard work into it. I basically became an online teacher within 3 months' time. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Yeah, guys, if you do have any questions in terms of teaching for a Chinese company or italki, feel free to message me on Instagram, which is B for Breakfast Vlogs. I am always so happy to reply to your messages, answer any questions you may have, because yeah, it's really important to help those that are just starting out their digital nomad journey. Now I'm gonna pass the camera to Misha, and we'll see what she has to say about her digital nomad experience.
Getting drunk off that milkshake. So I would say that me and Justyna are very different in terms of personality and career choice. I've always been leaning towards marketing and advertising, more of a business bitch, to be honest. I always wanted to be working in an office and being a manager and stuff like that. This was way back when. I don't have any intention of doing that now. But when I went to university in 2007, it was Lincoln University, amazing times. I made a decision to go and study advertising and media, absolutely loved it. So after university, I didn't quite want to start my career yet, so I actually went to Australia. I was there for about 2 years, and it was my proper backpacking trip. I met so many people out there, friends to this very day. This is even like 9 years ago. So before I met Justyna, I had already gone and travelled around Asia, as I was working in Australia and flitting to from Asia as well. After that experience was done, I came back to the UK. Peterborough is my city, where I'm from, where I was raised, and I decided to kickstart my career. I started the job in a company called Whirlpool. I was working in their marketing department as a temp initially, and I worked my way up the ranks and ended up as a media production manager. I was responsible for producing their video and image content that was going to be distributed online, and I must say guys, I absolutely loved working there. I loved being in the business environment, making tea in the morning, having a meeting, working my way through spreadsheets. Absolutely loved it. But I was there for 3 years, and I felt like after my 3 years I was ready to take on a new challenge. And between that time, between coming back to the UK and having that job, I actually met Justyna in Peterborough on a night out, and that was basically end of story. We really connected, we really shared a lot of passion for travel, and we decided to go traveling. So before we decided to be digital nomads, we had to make a decision on what we were going to focus on. Justyna's just talked about online tutoring, but me, myself personally, I'm a bit more introverted. I like to work on my own, in my own time, and I'm a very deep thinker. So I've always been quite creative, always wanted to just process my thoughts and just kind of do my own thing in a way. So to do video editing is way up my street. To do like designing is way up my street as well. So I actually work for a company in Vancouver. I actually worked for them when I was in Canada for our working holiday. And before we left, I actually asked them, can I still work for you guys in an online sphere? They're called Investing News Network. Love you guys. I'm sure you're watching, some of you. I miss you very much, and I'm so happy that I'm still able to work for a company that I love whilst on the road. So I'm super grateful for that opportunity, and I kind of love how most companies nowadays are kind of getting used to people working as freelancers on the side, maybe from home. I think that's kind of the way that the world is going, so this company was no exception, and I'm completely grateful for that. So for that company, I kind of work for them throughout the week. They send me work sporadically, and when they send me that work, I just do it, and then I wait for more projects from them. My main focus is obviously video editing. I have done work on Upwork, where you can basically view different job postings throughout the day, basically submit your skills and maybe a portfolio, and sometimes I've got work from that, but I must say that it's quite tedious every day to apply for different job roles, maybe not get anything back. And so with that, recently I've been focusing on YouTube videos and editing our YouTube videos, because in all honesty, this is where I think we will be leaning towards in the future, to focus more on our YouTube channel. But initially when we started about a year ago, I was using Upwork and freelancer.com just to kind of do a few bits and pieces as I was just starting out. So I feel like this would be an amazing segue for me to talk about a video editing software called Movavi, and they reached out to us to promote a video editing software for people that are just starting to learn the ropes of how to edit videos. So you may be wanting to document maybe a holiday that you just taken, maybe you want to edit a video of your family, a special event, a wedding, whatever you want. I have had many messages on how I edit my videos, and I always say to people, just use something very basic, a basic tool for you to just learn the ropes, because when you're starting out, all you need to know is how to import clips, add some music, add some text and export, and you're good to go. In case you're interested in learning how to edit videos, I'm just going to run through the software with you guys now. From the offset, I can really see that this is a very easy to use software. So as you can see, it's a simple case of drag and drop onto the timeline. The same goes with the music. You can simply take the music you'd like to use and drag onto the timeline. By the way guys, I use epidemic sounds for every single video that I put out there on YouTube. So Movavi also offers an online effects store. So if you are looking to create a particular style of video, a theme video, you can actually go on the store and purchase different titles, stickers, backgrounds and transitions. We've actually got the travel set downloaded onto our dashboard. So if I just click on my titles, there's one called Airport, and this is how this title looks. I really like this one. This is like a boarding pass. This would be perfect for those travel vlogs going from country to country, maybe passing through an airport. Also another one here called Boho, a different style entirely. If we were in Canada, I would definitely be using this. And with the packs you can also use some different transitions. This one's called Flash Pass. Oh, that's cool. So if I just add this on here between these two clips, move the player head back, play it. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool actually, I like that. Wow, pizza time!
Hey guys, so we're kind of done with our admin side of work. In an hour's time, I've actually got some lessons to do, so we're gonna have to go back home. But before we do that, we decided that we really want to try some pizza here in BGC. So we came to this place called, what is it called, Misha?
Motorino.
Motorino. Whoa. Before we go guys, we wanted to let you know that we have a special discount code that we've left in the description box. So if you did like the look of the Movavi editor, you can actually get 30% off the purchase as well as 30% for the travel set. We think it's a pretty cool software, especially for those that are just starting with their video editing. So we're gonna leave this video here guys. If you do have any questions, make sure you comment down below or simply message us on Instagram, which is Beer for Breakfast Vlogs. We're always happy to chat with you. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Like this video, share with your friends, and as always, cheers to freedom! Woo!